welcome back. And as was mentioned earlier in the show, our first conversation is about an upcoming fundraiser to protect our manatees. And we have joining us at this time, Manatee Man slash Jamal Galvez. Of course, he's a manatee researcher in Belize. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, and thanks for having me.
You know, it's always nice to have you, Jay. We have seen you above and beyond in terms of trying to protect the manatees. You've been doing this for a while. A lot of people have caught on to exactly what you're doing. When there is an event, you're out there, you're advocating, especially events like the Ruta Maya. Because we know that we're traversing the riverways of our country, and this is actually the home, the habitat of these animals. How is it going for you in advocating about the manatees? Are people taking heed of this?
Over the years, I must say that it has been better. When I was growing up, I never used to hear about manatees as much, and it's basically, I think, in everybody's ears, we're trying to get it in every place that we can, because everybody plays a role in impacting in these animals, so it's important that they know what's happening. And I go to PG, Corozal, everywhere I go, people are, hey, manatee man. And I believe it's not just the manatee man, but it's the message behind it. They understand what I stand for and what I'm advocating for, and it gives me great joy to believe that, you know what, people recognize it, people realize that it's important. I have to keep doing what I'm doing because I don't want to let people down. I can't afford to let these animals down either.
Yeah. Let's talk about some of the stuff that you've been doing of recent before we move into the fundraiser. Just to keep the message out there. I know one of the greatest threats, and we're actually preparing to move into high season for the tourism season, and that's where you tend to have more incidents happening in the Belize River mouth and in the south as well. What's the awareness process been like? And
it has been very, very good so far. Compared to last year, this year, we have better numbers in terms of lower death rate, but it shows that our efforts have been working with the advocating, doing the tour guide workshops. We installed numerous signs at the river mouth, installed a boat channel so that boat stays on the channel. And sadly, Hurricane Earl came and wiped it all out. All the signs, all the buoys, everything. So it's basically like we're starting from scratch. That's why this fundraiser is very crucial in replacing them before the high season starts, because we are afraid that people may go out there and not see signs and take it for granted that, oh, it's not a no-wait zone anymore, let's just... And we have made great progress. We don't want to step back. It took us a long time to see these numbers have gone down, so you don't want to step back or cause any gap in this. So very important that we get the signs back out there. But it's up to Belizeans, it's up to these tour guides, it's up to them to have a conscience, to know that it's wrong to speed in that area, to know what the value is of these animals to us.
You know, Jamal, to everybody, well, to a lot of people, not to everybody, to a lot of people, being in the sea and seeing an animal like, woo! No. We're not going in there. We're not going in there. So seeing a manatee to some folks might just be such a scary thing, because this is a big animal. This is a big mammal. So what's the contribution of the manatees to the ecosystem? Why should folks see a manatee and say, oh, leave it alone? It's a manatee and we need them around.
Belizeans, seafood is kind of a staple for Belizeans. We all love seafood, whether it's lobster, conchs, fish, whatever. And I always tell it, and it sometimes sounds funny, but it's for real. I ask people, do you eat seafood? Everybody put up their hands, I eat seafood. And I say, okay, cool. So I'll tell you why you're supposed to protect manatees now, since you enjoy seafood. Manatees are herbivores. They eat 9 to 10% of their body weight daily. So these guys eat a lot, they excrete a lot, and their excretion is nourishment for small fishes and crustaceans. So these guys basically play a role of a nutrient recycler in the waterways. Small fishes eat manatees' excretion, big fish eat small fish, and us human beings enjoy the red snappers, the lobster, so it's very, very important to keep them around, because they keep a balance in the ecosystem. Taking manatees away from that ecosystem, we may see shortage in many different areas that we wouldn't even have think about.
What's the way, because fisher folks, this is exactly what they should be listening to. So where in this country do we find, I'm sure we could find them a lot of places, but where in the country do we find the largest concentration of manatees?
Sadly, Belize City. And this, I say sadly because this is the area that's heavily trafficked by tourism. and all these incidents are happening mainly in Belize City area. And Placentia has the second largest amount, and that's great concern since the Norwegian cruise line is setting up shop to start soon. So we're basically having the two highest population of manatees in the entire country in the most threatened area presently. So there's even more concern for us to step up our game and to put extra efforts to ensure that these guys are here for a long time.
Have you done any recent surveys to kind of get an update as to the numbers? I know the last time you'd provided numbers to us, we were somewhere around 1,000, which sounds like a lot, but it's not that many.
Not a lot at all. When you do surveys, it's an estimation. It's not necessarily an exact number. It's basically based on area and the amount of animal you count. It's a whole big equation to determine what possible amount of manatees could be in this particular area. The numbers haven't changed drastically in terms of the numbers that we've seen over the years, and it kind of makes you wonder, like, okay, the numbers are not moving, but we are seeing increase in dead manatees. It shows that means that we should be seeing drastic increase in the numbers on the aerial survey, but we're not seeing that because they're dying off. The ones that we're seeing dying off, we're concerned that, you know what, this one other manatee that we could have had out there doing the job that we wanted to do to beautify Belize, make Belize special, make Belize what it is now.
Where do you find the biggest challenge in getting people to change their behavior? The biggest threat, as you pointed out, are boats that are speeding, the propellers cut the manatees, they can't survive, and then they eventually die.
One of the biggest challenges, I think, the tourism sector is growing so rapidly, and though we hold tour guide workshop, every time you have a tour guide workshop, you're seeing new faces. So they're either bringing in new people every time because there's just need for new people. So we require consistency. And the biggest challenge is like beating it into people's head. Like, you could just have a tour guide workshop and say, you know what, take them out there, this is a no-wake zone. And it hurts to see somebody that you just thought about this area just go right by, vroom, in a boat. Like, we just never had this conversation. And sometimes it's ignorance, and enforcement is one of the biggest challenges. We don't have much enforcement. The agencies that are responsible for it lock their assets. So we're trying to work very closely with them to see how we can bridge this gap and together to be out there. Sadly, we have to sit out there and ensure that these guys have to slow down and stuff like that, which shouldn't be the case because we're all adults. We all understand. These guys are the one that benefits from these animals. These animals gain nothing from tourism, 0, 0, 0. So we want them to understand, you know what, a tour guide takes 20 tourists on a boat, charges $150 a piece. I don't know. He takes home 100% profit. There's not a park fee. There's not a conservation fee. There's not a... Why kill something that you have a guarantee
to make?
And
exactly.
It's also slowly become a part of the attraction. I can never forget, I saw the video on YouTube of the tourist in Keycocker who was swimming with a manatee near the split. And they were so, I mean, I haven't swum with one as yet, you know, and you always tell us about how they're such gentle giants, and people look forward to being able to see manatees. Is that perhaps one of the pitches that you try to tell a tour guide? Slow down, let them see the manatees, and have them appreciate this huge creature just swimming next to the boat.
They do appreciate it, you know, because it's a big part of their tour. They're selling it, manatee tour. Everybody come to Belize to see manatees because Belize is one of the places you can see them in the wild, not in a tank, not in a pool, not in a right there in the wild in their natural habitat. And a part of their tour is seeing the manatees. So they see them in the morning, they'll go slowly to see the manatees, go up into the river. An hour later on, they forgot they left 12 manatees there and just blew right past.
Wow.
Not worried about the manatees again until tomorrow. Just taking it for granted that they'll be there all the time. And when they don't see the manatees, they go, oh, where are the manatees? Where are the manatees? or sometimes you see they have a dead manatees in the river, they'll call me and say, oh, Mr. Galvez, it's a dead manatee in the river. We don't want tourists to see it. I'm like, yeah, the tourists need to see the reality because who put it there?
It seems that you've got the passion for taking care of the manatees, which is excellent, Now we're here and we've got this fundraiser coming on, a fundraiser for, and of course, protecting the manatees. What is the fundraiser going to be about? What should we expect from the fundraiser? And why a fundraiser?
Why a fundraiser? Because we in order for organization or efforts to run, it requires assistance from everybody, not just corporate, not just donation, but individually. And it's not just a fundraiser, it's to also get Belizeans involved and be a part of something. Because I think when people are a part of something, they feel more ownership to it.
Yeah.
The fundraiser is not just to come and have fun and drink. There'll be education stuff there as well for you to catch people. Some people that maybe we don't get because they're in the other scene, they're in the party scene which we don't go. So we're gonna get these people that are drinkers and partiers to be at this venue, to give them information while they're there, and also to assist us in recovering from the loss that we had in the hurricane. That's a great loss. One of those signs are really, really, really expensive. So replacing them is crucial before the tourism high season starts. And the fundraiser is also to have fun with our guests, and you guys, the guests will come over and they can win nice items, live actions, silent actions. There's a lot in stores this year, and we're looking forward to having people to come over and enjoy the time and learn something as well and contribute to a good cause. It's not just having fun, it's giving back to your country, giving back to a good cause in your country.
It's tomorrow at the Hour Bar, and it starts at 8 in the night. And there's an entrance fee, which is $30,
Right.
but you also spoke about being able to contribute even more through the auctions.
Right.
Tell us a bit about how your partners or your sponsors have been able to help you out, and what can people expect to bid for?
Really, really cool stuff, like, for instance, Sit and Sip. Offer the tour for 12 people and their friends with all the drinks included, so you can go on as well. And perhaps might be on there to entertain and to talk about more Manatees again. We have like getaways to like Taylor Rock, Hamanasi, different resorts, paintings, carvings, you name it, and there's gonna be something there that you will want to take home. This wouldn't be possible without the sponsors. I wish I could maybe acknowledge them. This event would not be possible without the sponsors. I mean, these guys have been helped year round. Calling them on the phone, it's like, hey Jamal, no problem. Like, it makes my job easier, and knowing that I have the support of these guys, especially Crystal Water, which have been the backbone of the Manatee Fort in Belize. Belikin Travelers Liquor has always been there for us. Our bar always hosts us. Belize Estate, McNabb Design, who have always printed all our advertisements and stuff like that. Gil Harris 7 will be there this year, so people are looking forward to them. Make sure you bring your dancing shoes. M&M Hardware, Belize Tourism Board have been supportive. Joseph and Taylor, Madisco, Belize Aquaculture Limited, Quality Poetry, Running Double, Cafe Michele, Sit and Sip, Oceana, Belize, Tropic Air, Hamanasi, Case Branch, Taylor Rock, Biltmore, Sun Breeze Hotel, Chanchich Lodge, The Radisson, the Belize Zoo, Unicommer Belize, The Living Room, Eye Candy, Carol Nicole, Jenko, Image Factory, Brothers of It, and I'm running out of breath. WWF, Belize Urban Society, Wildlife Conservation, B&E, Chef Sean Quillen, Wave, Celebrity Restaurant, BTL, The Coles Family, Shaquille Young, Kaj Expression, and Pine Lumber.
All right. You know, and from that list, I have an idea of some of the auction stuff. So I'm looking forward to it.
So where can we get tickets though? This seems to be like this seems to be one of those events that folks will be looking forward to. But we want tickets. Where do we get these tickets?
Tickets you can find tickets at Cellular Plus on Freetown Road, or Eye Candy and at Barak Road, or you can call my number 615-3838. And we can deliver it to you if needed, but you can go to these agencies to get tickets.
And of course, there'll be tickets at the entrance.
At the entrance as well, correct.
Now, most importantly, we don't want people to forget why you're having this fundraiser. And ultimately, as you pointed out, the immediate need is getting those signs back up. So one of the things I know you've spoken about is that we can be advocates as well when we see speeding boats to say something. Yeah. Remind us again why they need to slow down in the no-wake zone.
Particularly in the river mouth, it's an area that Manatee has to go because these animals need fresh water in order to survive. So it's sad that they're being killed while they're there getting something that they need in order to survive. I mean, it's like you go into a restaurant to get food and somebody's harming you and you need food. The hangout at the remote, that's one of the only places in Belize I've gone and not seen a Manatee. There's always at least one Manatee there. The remote is very shallow area. Manatees are very slow moving animals. They can hear very well, but they cannot tell the direction the boats are coming from. Give them a chance to get out of the way. Slow down, give them a chance to get out of the way. It's easier for you to avoid a Manatee than for a Manatee to avoid you. If that was the case, they wouldn't have been having all these issues. So just slow down, give them a chance to get out of the area. The no-wake zone doesn't take more than 5 minutes to get by at slow speed. 5 minutes of your time will save a man into life. And we're begging boaters to just be cautious and not even know on the boaters, polluters, people throw garbage in the waterways. It makes our country look bad. It damages animals such as manatees. Do the right thing, do your part. Find your one thing and ensure that you are being a good citizen. Small things make big.
Yeah. And the primary cause of death in the manatees that you found has been
Correct.
boat accidents.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just slow down. That's all they ask.
That's all they're
Let
asking.
the big manatee be able to slowly move out of your way.
Yeah.
You know, Jamal.
While you slow down.
You know, Jamal. Listening to you talk about the manatees, it seems to be a passion. It seems to be a passion. You seem to you come across as the type of person that back in the day, while some of your boys are playing with a Game Boy, or you've got your manatee toy with you. Where did the passion for manatee came from?
I've always known about manatee. I grew up where manatees are, so I've always known about manatee, but I just always thought they were just there. I never thought that there's a possibility that they wouldn't be there. I didn't even know what extinct meant at that point in time. And I saw a dead manatee for the first time. I go like, I didn't realize they died. And then you keep seeing them more and more, and then I go like, huh. And they had this manatee that got injured one time and was in a rehabilitation center. And I remember this scared. It was the first time I got into a water with a manatee. I was scared. I was really scared. Because I was only seeing them from a distance. And so they had this one in a pen. And I went into the water with him because we were trying to guide him into another part of the pen. And this animal was hit by a boat as well, injured by human beings. And it swims up to me and puts his flippers around me like this, and I go like, almost as if it's trying to give you a hug. And I think to myself, though we harm him, he still has that trust in us to approach me. Almost like he's like, I haven't given up on you. So why would I give up on them? And so I decided, you know what, somebody needs to do something about it. We always say, oh, somebody's gonna do it. Somebody's gonna do it. Well, who's that somebody? And I just decided, you know what, let me be that somebody to do it. And I don't want to do it by myself. I want to get other people to join it because I learned what I know from somebody that passed it down. So my biggest job is to ensure that when I walk away from this, which probably will never happen, that somebody is there to take over. So it follows true that manatees are going to be protected and looked after in Belize for entirety, that they don't have to worry about, you know what.
You did mention a rehabilitation center. Where is that?
It's in Sartania. Currently there is 5. The most recent one was Hope. This was the animal that got, during the hurricane, got tossed out of the sea, washed across the highway, in the northern highway, and we found them in the backyard of the hotel on the northern highway across in Duke Marine. Not more than 2 weeks old.
Oh, it was a calf?
Oh.
Yeah.
Aww.
And so they were cleaning up. This was like 3 or 4 days after the hurricane, so he had to been there for a while. And the water in the backyard was going down. And they saw this little thing flapping around, and they called me the manatee, and he sent me the picture. I was like, oh, it's looking kind of strange. Like,
On
so
land,
like, but I didn't realize it was on land, so I told him, can you keep an eye on it so he doesn't leave? I'm going to come down. He's like, it's not going to go anywhere. And I go there, and there's a small, tiny thing there, not more than 2 weeks old. And I gave him the name Hope because it's kind of a beacon of hope during a time of disaster. We literally didn't have any casualties, not human or manatees neither. And for the animal to have survived without its mom for 3 nights, which I kind of found impossible, it made me believe that as a country, though we were down, there is hope. We can recover from it. Yeah. We can stand strong. Something as simple as that could give me the energy to believe in what we may have gotten destroyed, but that's not the end. We can recover.
Well, of course, that's such a beautiful story. And as I said, all of them are reminders as to why we have to play our part as well. Cocktails for the Manatees takes place this Saturday in Belize City at the Our Bar Field.
All right.
$30 for entrance. What does but then you buy your food and your drinks as well.
Actually, the commercial says eat like a pig and drink like a fish. The appetizers are free, provided by Michelle. Okay. And there'll be numerous kind of appetizers to choose from. The drinks, you have to pay for your drinks though. Okay. You can't afford to take care of your habits. But the drinks are free and you get in the ticket. The
appetizers are free.
Yeah,
the drinks are the cost.
Appetizers are free and the ticket gets you Also a chance to win one of our cool door prizes as well.
All right.
Looking forward to it, actually. Looking
Yeah.
forward to tomorrow's event. Then again, Gil Harris 7.
Tell me about it. Gil Harris said they're ready. Gil Harris said they're ready.
So it is definitely an event that you don't want to miss. Jamal said you can get the tickets at Cellular Plus.
Eye Candy.
Eye Candy, and you can get it at the gate as well. I'm sure there's enough space at our bar. You're not gonna run out of tickets there.
Yeah.
But definitely come out and support. Thank you for being here, Jamal.
Thank you for having us. I'm looking forward to the support from all Belizeans to come out and have a good time while supporting a good cause.
Okay.
Well, that was Jamal. Excellent conversation. And of course, we need to take care of the manatees as they are taking care of us. In the second segment, though, which we're looking forward to, we'll be joined by Karen Vernon, and of course, who is a theater director at AICA. That's not actually, yes, Aika. And Miriam, who is a belly dancer. Are you ready? Make sure you're wearing your belly out. Belly dancing in the second segment when we come back.